Former United Future leader Peter Dunn joins me now. Where does this latest resignation leave the Labour Party?
It leaves them in a very difficult position just 80-something days before the election to try and sort of recover the lost ground and put all this behind them and focus on the issues that they want to campaign on. A mountain, as I think Jenna Lynch said a little earlier, has just become a bit like Everest.
What does it do to public confidence in the Labour Party?
Well, it creates an impression of chaos, that the ministers are falling literally like flies at the moment. The government doesn't seem to be able to get any forward momentum, doesn't seem to be able to get out there and promote its policies. It's not a good look when you're fighting an election that the poll show is going to be neck and neck anyway. And I think people will be starting to just wonder about whether it's worth the effort or whether perhaps a change is in the wind.
How easily can that public confidence be rebuilt?
Well, two steps. Firstly, no more lapses like this. And secondly, I think the Labour Party needs to get some solid policy out there. What seems to have happened for most of this year is it's been abandoning policy, dropping this one or dropping that one, but not promoting new policies in their place. And I think that's what they need to start to focus on and just keep their fingers and toes crossed that no one else goes rogue in the meantime.
Christopher Loxton today said that he would have wanted reassurance from a professional before Kitty Allen's return to work. What did you make of that response?
Well, I think that certainly a standard medical certificate or the equivalent would have been appropriate, that she was fit to take up her duties again. What happened in effect was she said, I'm ready to come back, and Hipkins said, OK, and we know what the consequences were. So I think some independent assurance would have been valuable. It wouldn't have been a constraint on her so much as just an assurance that she was ready and capable of taking up the job, because the last thing you want is what's happened.
It's now just 6 weeks out from the election campaign. What kind of impact will this have?
I think it'll be very demoralising for Labour MPs. They'll be wondering just, is this the end of the matter or what next? We don't yet know what the public reaction is, whether the public's taken this in its stride or whether it's something they'll be starting to raise with their MPs and candidates around the country. So I think it's going to be quite an uncertain time for them. As I said before, unless they've got big policy initiatives coming out in that time, they're going to be finding themselves in a pretty desperate place, I would have thought.
Peter Dunn, thank you for joining us.